What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video I have very interesting news regarding the potential share price of NBH hydrocarbons and regarding its intrinsic value. And this calculations is based on quite interesting company evaluation method, and I will show you all the details about this price. And if I have enough time at the end of this video, I will show you how FINRA illegally changed some documents back in December of 2022 regarding the corporate action of Meta Materials. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, I want to kindly ask you to just hit the like button and to share this video with your friends and family. It is very important to push our case forward, and to do so, we have to spread this information to as many people as we can. And by clicking the like button and sharing this video with your friends and family, you help the entire MMTLP community to win our case. So just do it for YouTube algorithm. So let's start with the news itself. The main news for the last 24 hours in our case is definitely this one. Chevron buys Hess for $53 billion amid surging oil prices. And let me show you this news in details. Chevron to buy US oil producer Hess for $53 billion. Chevron has agreed to buy US oil and gas producer Hess in a $53 billion all-stock deal, doubling down on its bet that demand for fossil fuels will remain robust for decades to come. The deal, the biggest in Chevron's history, gives Hess an enterprise value, including debt, of about $60 billion and deliver the supermajor of a foothold in Guyana, home to the biggest oil discovery of the past decade. It comes as a rush of merger and acquisition activity begins to sweep through the US energy sector as companies look to deploy the bumper profits created by the energy crisis. Chevron's rival ExxonMobil agreed to acquire Texas shale producer Pioneer Natural Resources earlier this month for an enterprise value of $64 billion. And these two deals are very important for our case, and let me explain why I think so. First of all, we have several methods how we can evaluate the share price of the company, and if it is the publicly traded company, you can definitely multiply the number of shares by the price of each and every share, and this will be the total market cap of the company, so-called the price, the total price of the company on the market right now. But if the company is private, it is quite tricky to evaluate its real price, and one of the methods is based on similar deals. And we have two similar deals that happened within just 1 month, and in my opinion it is very interesting acquisitions, because it is the biggest acquisitions for this year. On top of that, let me show you quite interesting update from Copy and Paste, and he wrote it 18 hours ago. By buying Hess, Chevron will get 30% ownership in more than 11 billion barrels of oil equivalent, discovered recoverable resource with high cash margins per barrel, strong production growth outlook and potential exploration upside, Chevron said. So he made some calculations. 100% equals $176.7 billion divided by 11 million barrels of oil equals $16 per barrel of oil equivalent. And he also added this, that would equate to approximately $205 per share of MMTLP NBH hydrocarbons. This is a very rough estimate, nobody should base their decisions on this. And before I read these several tweets, I made my own calculations, and they are exactly the same. $16 per barrel of acquisition based on Chevron latest action. And we know that NBH hydrocarbons has about 3.2 billion barrels of oil equivalent, which leads to $51.2 billion of total value of these assets. And if we have about 250 million shares, the NBH hydrocarbon share price should be $204.8. And guys, we know that this 3.2 billion barrels of oil equivalent is not the ending number, because they are still, and British hydrocarbons are still in the process of discovering their new wells, which leads to improving this number, and definitely it is a positive sign. On top of that, we have the latest acquisition of Exxon, and there, as you can see, the price per barrel of oil equivalent is $27. But the difference in between these two numbers is quite high, and this is because of the pioneer natural resources stage of exploration. And they basically can deliver these barrels to the market, and that is why the price is quite high. But based on this number, we have an estimation of next British hydrocarbon price of $345.6. And guys, on the one hand, we cannot rely on this number, because it is the different, completely different stage of exploration of the underlying asset. But let me show you this quite interesting article. It was published back in July 2023, and it says, merger and acquisition Q2 spending significantly higher than 5-year average in upstream sector. And here you can see some data regarding the recent mergers and acquisition in oil and gas sector. And you can see that the total amount of money that was spent in Q2 2023 was about $90 billion. But if we take a look on these two acquisitions alone, and we can see that $53 billion plus $60 billion equals to $93 billion. And basically it is exactly the same number that we have right here for Q2 2023. And it is a very promising trend, because as you can see, even Q2 2023 number is much higher than 5 previous quarters in a row. And this means the upcoming deals might be even higher. And we already have 2 deals that broke this record of $90 billion. And on top of that, let me show you this chart. As you can see, it is a regional overview. Deal values in Q2 2023. The majority of deals was made on the United States territory. And we all know that Orogrande Basin is also in the United States territory as well. And this means we have more and more chances to see potential acquisition of next British hydrocarbon assets in foreseeable future. And guys, it is just my pure speculation, and I have to admit that the deal is not around the corner. But the trend that we are seeing on the market right now is very promising. On top of that, if we take a look on the crude oil future prices, let me clean the chart a little bit, you can see that from its swing low at around, basically for the entire year at around $67.12, we have quite significant improvement in oil price, and it reached let me show you about $25 back in September of this year. And for now, it is in consolidation phase. And let me show you that, yes, the consolidation might lead to quite lower retracement, but in general, we are still in a very good trend. And this means that we might see very good potential acquisition price for each and every next British hydrocarbon shares if this deal happens in upcoming months or years. And that is why we have to be patient, because next British hydrocarbon shares is based on the intrinsic value of the oil and gas resources. And this means basically the only problem for now is the share count. And the second one, if this acquisition ever happens, we have to know who will be the buyer and what might be the price of these assets. So I think that is a very important update for today's video. But also I want to show you some more details regarding FINRA's actions back in December of 2022. Mark Basil retweeted the tweet that was originally made by CNC, and he wrote this: George Palikaros, now that you and MMAT have moved on, can you talk about the MMTLP situation, including the spin-off verbiage, why the U3 halt, who made the December 8th verbiage change, if MMAT paid a company action change fee according to FINRA's fee chart on December the 7th, and general feelings. And let me show you what is he talking about. Here's his due diligence, and he posted this data regarding the fees that the company should pay in order to make some changes in documentation according to CEA Rule 10b-17, Action and Other Company-Related Actions. And he added this: GM MMTLP, something I want to bring up again since George Palikaras is no longer with MMAT. I'm still trying to search for facts as to why the MMTLP corporate action was posted with lacking property +2 and then an amendment made and posted December the 8th by FINRA. Hear me out, what we know. He added this: there is a corporate action fee chart under 6490 rule. Processing of company-related actions 6419C, the CA amendment posted to FINRA daily list was on December the 8th. And had to be requested December the 7th, which means MMAT should have for receipt of an extra $2,000 to $5,000 if they made the change last minute. And here is the fee that the company should pay if the changing of this corporate action makes 1 calendar day prior to a corporate action date. And at the same date, they had to pay about $5,000. And as far as we know, MMAT didn't pay this money. This means FINRA made these changes by themselves, and it is pure illegal action that they cannot do it because FINRA is not the company who is issuing these reports, and that is why it is another violation of their own rules. And this means we have to investigate even this tiny action, but that action might lead to extremely high and very important consequences for FINRA and SEC. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in